All right, so this is what I was going to demonstrate to you. So you have a Ziploc bag, like I said, with the little bit of fluid in there to represent your serous fluid, and then the Ziploc bag to mimic your serous membrane. And let's say this little sweet potato here is your heart, for example. So here's this layer of serous membrane that's going to wrap around the heart, your organ. Okay, so you see how it wraps around, and it has these fluid in there to prevent, sort of lubricate around the object. And as you move it, okay, for example, if the heart is pumping, it glides around the fluid inside is what allows the tissue to glide within. Okay, you see what I mean? So that's what serous membrane is. Okay, so I will discuss in a bit in the lecture that you have to make the distinguish between visceral part of the serous membrane versus the parietal part. Okay, so here's the organ, here's the serous membrane that wraps around it. Okay, so the layer that touches the sweet potato or the organ, the layer right here that touches the organ is the visceral side of the serous membrane. Remember, we said viscera means internal organs. Okay, so that's what we call this side, the visceral, whatever serous membrane side. Okay, visceral serosa. Okay, visceral serosa right next to the organ, and then the outside right here that's either next to other tissues or the actual body cavity is then called the parietal serosa. Okay, outside layer parietal serosa. Okay, inside layer that touches the organ itself directly is the visceral serosa. Okay, so if you take this apart, you see that, this is a double membrane, okay? Two layers, okay? You have your parietal serosa and visceral serosa, along with the serous fluid that's within there that's going to lubricate and allow sort of that slippery movement between the two layers, okay? And you see, and the other thing I want to take a note of is that it's actually kind of hard to pull the two layers apart. And that's what you don't want to happen within the serous membrane anyway. There's a lot of different types of inflammation dealing with if the serous fluid was to get infection. It's actually going to expand this area, and it's actually going to, stop the organ from functioning correctly if you have inflammation of the serous membrane itself or the serous fluid in there. Okay, so it's actually hard to remove these two from each other if you have emptied all the air pockets correctly from your Ziploc bag. So feel free to set this up yourself if you find that that's how you can remember, visceral versus parietal or serosa.